All right. So we got lots of light today because it's very dark out. We have a rainy day this morning. So today in class, you're going to need your strap. You're going to need blocks. And while we're here, go ahead and take your strap and put it in a loop that's going to be less than shoulders width apart. So if you were normally going to go wider than this, I got a shadow behind me because of my light. Um, then just make it a little bit narrower so that it's just a smaller loop, and we'll adjust. We'll adjust as we need to. And then set your strap aside. We won't use it just yet. And find a really wonderful way to sit, whether you're cross-legged or straight-legged, and take the shoulders up to your ears and squeeze them back and let them go. Good. Take them up, squeeze them back and down. One more time. Squeeze them up and back and down. And then just let those shoulders sit at the side body. And you'll notice right away that if your chest drops down, the shoulders will start to move toward front body, right? So as the chest raises up, the shoulders will just sit back where they belong. Belly tone just a little bit to support your back. And then find your alignment. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the length of the back of your neck. So imagine, right, if you had someone just creating some pull on the head straight up so that the space between the base of the skull and the shoulders got a little bit longer. And notice how that kind of releases some tension. Make sure you're not lifting your chin. Make sure the chin is level. Start to relax your jaw, the space behind your eyes. Start to move into your breath very purposefully, breathing in deep breaths and exhaling it and letting it all go. And one more here. And exhale. And then just open the eyes briefly. We're going to play with a little bit of Dirga Pranayama, so a little bit of breath work. And that term means three-part breath. And usually we'll do this laying down, but it's kind of interesting to do it seated. So just take one hand to your lower belly and one hand to your upper belly. And what we're going to do as we inhale, we're going to breathe in through low belly and then high belly. And then we're going to take that bottom hand and move it to chest for the lift of the chest on the inhale. So it's a nice long inhale. And then we'll reverse it. The chest softens, the low belly softens, and we'll move that hand back down to draw the belly in on that full exhale. So again, closing the eyes, you don't need to watch unless you want to see that first one. As you take a deep inhale, feel your belly rise, feel the upper belly rise, move your hand to your chest, feel the chest rise. And on the exhale, let go through the chest, through the mid belly, move your hand back down, and even just a suggestion of a press in. Good. Inhale. Moving into the chest. Exhale, soft chest, soft upper belly, soft lower belly. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhaling, chest, mid belly, and lower belly. Okay, now you're on your own. Inhaling. Exhaling. Keep the jaw soft. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more rounds. Finishing your last round. And then release your hands. Roll your shoulders again. And just kind of notice that. Take one hand to your chest, the other hand can be relaxed. Take a nice deep breath in and feel your chest lift. And then hold that lift, like really hold the lift. Exhale it all the way out. All the way. Good. Inhale, hold the lift. Exhale, breathe out, keep the lift. Good. One more here. And exhale, let go. Good. And let go. So, all of that to show you that when we exhale, we don't have to drop the chest to exhale. It can stay lifted and the collarbones can get really wide. So, take both hands to both shoulders and broaden out through your shoulders. Let your elbows come to the side body. Take the arms out to the sides. Your palms are face up, and then turn your pinkies up toward the ceiling and feel that your upper shoulders, upper arms externally rotate. Hold that and then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale right to your heart. Good. Push those arms out to the side. Turn your palms up. Reach the pinky fingers higher. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to your heart. And again, reach out. Palms go up. Pinkies go higher. Reach those arms up. Exhale to your heart. Two more to go. Open up. Turn palms up. Pinkies up. Reach the arms up. Exhale down. Last one here. Open them up. Turn the palms up. Reach the pinkies. Try to touch the pinky fingers toward each other. And exhale right to your heart. Leave those hands there and drop your chin. Right? So all that tension, all that tightness, just stretching it out. And then release your hands to the floor in front of you. Try to keep the collarbones wide, yet drop your chin. And then start to walk your hands forward. Keep your chin tucked. Be mindful of your neck. Start a little bit, tone the belly, lift that chest, right? Remember that chest lift. Maybe you walk the hands out further. Keep the chest tall, drop your chin. Good. If you have the room and the flexibility, one more walk out. Drop your chin to your chest, broaden through your collarbones, and then take the head to neutral, right? So a little bit of lift of the chin. Your hands are out in front of you, and I want you to try to pull your hands apart. Let me scoot back and maybe I can get hands in the screen here. So you're just isometrically holding those hands. The head is neutral, neck is soft. Try to pull your hands apart and notice how that engages those tricep muscles, right? That we worked on Sunday. Now claw your fingers in a little bit so that the tips of those fingers claw in, and breathe as if you're trying to hold on just by your fingertips. Yep, keep pulling the arms apart, keep pulling them apart, keep the head, neck soft and aligned. And then release it, bring it all the way back to center. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist with your right hand and take it over to the side and stretch it over. Inhale, center, grab your other wrist, take it over. Good. Center, grab your left wrist, reach over and center and stretch. Good. And back to center. Reach those fingers up really tall. Scrunch your shoulders up to your ears. If you're able to, interlace your hands, maybe your index fingers point straight up, and just try to hug your ears with your arms. If that's not possible, keep the arms separate, just the palms are staying together. Be gentle with your shoulders, everybody. Keep breathing, keep reaching now. Draw the low ribs in a little bit, but keep your chest lifted, stretch. And then separate those hands and let it go. Good. Roll it out, everybody. Good. If you need to switch out legs, go ahead and switch out legs. We've been sitting that way for a little while now. So maybe you switch how you're seated so that you don't strain your knees or your hips. Good. And then take the arm. So I'll tell you what, grab your strap. Let's start there with a little bit more warm up before we go too deep. So grab your strap, shoulder width or wider, actually go wider. Let's just get warmed up. Inhale, reach the arms up. And notice at what point, right, the ribs really start to reach forward. The strap is wide enough that you're not feeling any strain, any stress. But with those hands reaching up and with the shoulders reaching up, I want you to draw the shoulder blades down and then imagine that they're going to squeeze toward each other. Yeah, right. Breathe. And then exhale, let the hands come down to your knees. Inhale, reach up. You take the arms back as far as you want, but watch your head alignment. If your chin starts to drop, you've gone too far. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Arms are as straight as they can be. Inhale up, lift the chest. Exhale down. Good. Last one. Reach up. Hold here. Don't over grip your strap. You see, I keep moving my fingers, right? So I don't over squeeze the strap. Bend your elbows back behind you so the strap comes behind you and feel the squeeze of your shoulder blades and notice how wide your collarbones are. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, watch head neck. I know it can get tense easily. Up and squeeze down. Good. One more right here. Lift up and exhale. Squeeze it down. Good. Lift up and release. Whoo, good. Shake it out. Set your strap aside. Take the arms up. And then flex your wrists any amount as if you could put your hands on your shoulders and really feel kind of the scrunch of the shoulders toward the ears again. Don't overdo it, but just feel that. Excuse me. And then turn your fingers out so that your fingers are pointing out to either side and keep flexing your wrists. I know. And then turn them back. You're standing on your on the ceiling again and then turn them out again. Good. Bring them center and release. Whew. Circle your wrists. So this time we're going to do that again. I want you to notice that when we turn the hand out, the fingers out, we externally rotate this upper arm, upper shoulder. In fact, let's do it single arm first because I just realized that you really feel it more there. So just take one arm up, stand that hand on the ceiling, the arm is straight. Turn the fingers out to the side so they're pointing, and then focus right here at this upper arm, upper shoulder. Turn it, fingers are turned back and then rotate out. So it's less about the hand rotating than it is about the upper shoulder, upper arm. Good. And release that side. Take the other hand up, flex your palm. Breathe. Turn the fingers out to the side so they're pointing out. And then feel this upper arm bone, upper shoulder. So you can just kind of go out and in, but just bring the focus right there, right? Right at that upper arm, upper shoulder, and release. Now let's do both sides. Take them up. Flex both hands. Turn, it's tricky, right? Turn both hands out as if you're holding two platters. Breathe, feel that extension, and then lower the arms down. Bring the hands in. Reach up. Only one more. Flex them back. You're standing on the ceiling. Turn the fingers out to the sides. Whoo! And release and let go. And roll it out. Whoo! Shake it out. Good. So then let's come to table pose and we're going to play with that a little bit more. I'm going to face forward just so you can see what in the world I'm talking about. Hopefully, I'll be plenty enough in screen. Cushion your knees with a blanket if you would like, and then take your hands in front of you on table pose. Pull the carpet away, or carpet, if you're on carpet, pull the floor away from you isometrically. We just did that earlier. And then imagine that you're going to turn your hands out by moving your inner elbows toward the front and opening up the shoulders. It's really subtle, right? So Doug Keller did some work here where he planted his hands and bent his elbows out to the side. Some of you have done this with me before. The elbows go out to the side, and then we scoop up the beach ball or the blanket or whatever it is in the middle as we breathe. Now, claw the fingers just a little bit. Feel the collarbones go wide and bring the shoulder blades slightly toward each other. You feeling that? Good. And then release it. If you can, come up on your knees. If that hurts, come back to a seat. Take the arms right in front of you. First, turn the fingers down. Let's stretch the backs of the hands because this could start getting intense. Whew. And then flex your hands upward. Fingers point up as if you're stepping on that wall. Turn them out to the sides. Fingers are pointing out, right? Shoulders are down. Feel the front body broaden, get really wide, and then turn the fingers up, turn them down. Just one more here. You're going to get this real quick. Good. Turn the palms up, soften the shoulders, but pull those shoulder blades back. Turn them out to the sides. Whoo. Feel the external rotation of the shoulders, but then turn the hands back up and release. Oh, good. Roll it out, everybody. So what we're hoping to do is that turn out of the hand, when we externally rotate the shoulder, we're going to bring the hand back up, but the shoulder stays in place. Why is that important? That's downward facing dog, that's plank, that's all of the things that we're doing on our hands and on our knees, or on our hands particularly. So then come back to your table pose. Spread the fingers, pull the hands gently away from each other. Do a little bit of claw of the fingers. Tone the belly and the ribs in so you have a neutral spine. And then start to externally rotate the upper shoulders. Don't let the shoulders scrunch into the ears, and feel how broad that is. And then drop your chin to your chest and lift the head up. And exhale down. Good. Lift the nose as if you're breathing in and down. One more right here. Just lift up and down. And then release. Come on off those wrists for a second and shake them out. Roll out your wrists. Anytime you need a break from those wrists, by the way, take the time to do that. And then come on back down. Claw the fingers, press into your hands, externally rotate those upper shoulders. Walk your left hand a little closer to center and take the knees wide. The feet stay in. Just take the knees wide. It just makes it a little easier. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling, out to the side and up to the ceiling, and just hold here for a second. And then externally rotate your hand, your arm, your right arm, as if you could bring that pinky finger all the way around. And then release and take the hand down. Switch sides. Your right hand goes center. Your left arm goes up to the ceiling. And then you're just going to externally rotate as if you wanted to show your palm behind you. And release. Take that hand down. One more. Go to the other side. Reach that right arm. Externally rotate. Good. Listen up. You're going to take that arm and just sweep it under your left arm. You're not going to stay. You're going to sweep it under, reach over, and then take it back up again. Exhale, sweep it under and up. Good. One more right here. Sweep it under and up and release. Go to the other side. Right hand is down. Sweep the left arm up, find that nice external rotation. The pinky moves and take it down. There's one. Reach it up Exhale down and up. Good. Last one. Scoot it under and bring it back up. Feel your wings and let it go. Good. Once again, come on off wrist, shake them out. Especially, I know at least one of you that has some challenges with your wrist. So always take that moment to shake things out and get a little bit of blood flow back in there. All right. Last one here on our hands and knees, as far as I know. Your left hand is just a little bit center of your mat, just a little bit, and your knees are wide just for ease. Take your right hand forward. And as you reach that right arm up, I want you to follow it with your eyes. Reach it all the way back and swing it down. Good. Inhale it up. Follow it best you can and down. 3 more. Reach up. Oh, stretch it out and down. 2 more. Breathe. Good. This last one, as you reach it up and then reach it back, just hold. Just breathe and let it go. Good. Let's go right to the other side. Your right hand toward the center. Your knees stay wide. Reach the left arm. Follow it up. Reach it back and down. And breathe. Good. That's 2. That's 3. Good shoulder rotation, everybody. And 4. On this last one, just pause with that arm back behind. Reach it back. Feel the stretch of the shoulders and release it and shake it out. And then claw your fingers, press through the hands, isometrically pull those hands apart, externally rotate those shoulders, right? Even if you have to bend the elbows and scoop them in, go wide through the collarbones, flip your toes under, squeeze your belly, squeeze an imaginary block between your legs. And then lift your knees, sail your hips back toward the back of your mat. Your knees are deeply bent, deep, deep, deep. Find that hand action again. Claw the fingers a little bit. Externally rotate the shoulders, keep them wide. Feel that action as we press into the hands and yet reach them back. The collarbones stay wide, the back of the body stays wide. And then slowly straighten the legs any amount to your first down dog. And notice if you lost anything in that upper body work, right? The little fingers claw in, the elbows are, or the shoulders are externally rotated. Maybe you pedal one foot and then the other. Relax the back of your head, your neck, and then walk your hands very much on purpose all the way back to your mat or back to your feet. Open up the shoulders, let your head hang, soften your knees as much as you need to. Little tone to the belly, by the way. That's it. Just breathe. Drop the head. I have a tendency here to lift my head, so drop your head. And then bend your knees even more. Walk your feet slightly wider than your normal. Hands to your knees. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Tone the belly, lift your chest, and come all the way up. Good. Roll your shoulders. So if you took Sunday's class, you might already be feeling this one. All I want you to do, fingers are down to your sides, just scrunch up the shoulders and exhale down. Good. 2 more. Scrunch them up and down. Last one. Scrunch and drop down. Good. And then grab your strap. So hopefully you have a loop in your strap, and I want you to take the strap behind you and put your hands through the loop so that the strap is just above your wrists, right? So not too far up, but not on the hands at all. And then feel the front shoulders, right? So the first thing we're going to do is remember that Dirga Pranayama, right? As we lift up that chest, that third part of the breath, we hold that. So no matter what else we're doing, we hold the chest open. And then just reach the arms back and bring them down. And when you do that, if you go too far, what's going to happen? Your body is going to start to pitch forward, or your shoulders are going to pitch forward. So start with your palms face forward and just reach back, head neutral. Good. And down. One more here. Reach back, hold. And then imagine somebody's pulling your fingertips toward the floor. So the arms are any amount away from your chest. You're pulling them back down. Maybe the chest lifts, little baby back bend, keep some pressure. Don't lift the chin. Keep the chin neutral or even tucked and move through your chest. Good. Take your feet wider on your mat than your normal. Bend your knees, start to poke your butt out and reach those arms back and up. Now, I'm pretty flexible here, so my arms are pointing more up toward the ceiling. Yours might be way down at your sacrum. The key here is to not let the front of your shoulders, the front of your upper arms, fall forward. Keep reaching as if someone's just pulling on those fingers, reaching them away from your shoulders. Good. Bend your knees a whole bunch, everybody, and pull the arms back as you come all the way up. And let go of that strap for a second and roll your shoulders. Why is all this important, right? When we're talking about back bending, right, we want to move from this upper chest and upper back, not from our lower backs. And to do that, we've got to be able to get those shoulders open. All right, so set the strap down for now. I'm going to go ahead and take your feet wide just for something different. I'm mostly doing it so you'll see my hands over my head in case I lose the screen. Inhale, reach the arms up. I want you to hook your thumbs together. So just hook your thumbs together. Your fingers are free, and take your stretch over to the right. Watch your knees, watch your back. You can bend the knees if you want, and center, and go the other way. Good. And center. Hold here and hug those ears again. The hands are just, the fingers are up, the thumbs are hooked. Squeeze those shoulders and then pull the shoulders down, but feel the shoulder blades draw toward each other. Bring your arms forward. You're still hooked on those thumbs and isometrically try to pull the thumbs apart. Yep, breathe, everybody. Good. Maybe take the toes out just a little bit. Go ahead and bend the knees. Let's come into a wide leg squat. You're trying to pull those hands apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach them down. Good. Inhale them up. Exhale down. Notice the chest is not collapsing. One more. Reach up. And exhale down. Release your thumbs. Take your hands to your thighs. Ooh, yeah. Let's get these legs warmed up. We got the shoulders plenty warmed up. Good. So inhale, straight legs, straight arms. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Good. Up we go. Exhale it down. Two more. Reach up. Exhale down. Good. Last one. Exhale, hold right here. Take your hands to your thighs, roll your shoulders back. Nice tone to the belly, no collapse of the chest. Squeeze your heels toward each other as you isometrically push the knees out. So you're going to feel all that activation in your cute little behinds. Lift all your toes and then press them down and scrunch them a little. There we've lifted the arches. We've engaged more of the legs. Want you to reach your butts back, drop your chest forward, squeeze your belly, fingertips to the floor. Now, externally rotate those shoulders, fingertips to the floor, not palms of the hands. Keep the legs active, lift the chest, tone your belly. Breathe, everybody. And then try to pull those fingertips apart. You got it. Now, squeeze the belly a little bit more. Start to lift the chest. The arms come out to the sides. If this is too hard, then straighten the legs. Breathe. Here we go. Pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you feel like a bird? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, turn the palms up, stand up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Release those hands and then heel toe your feet back to center. Nice job, everybody. Come on back to the front of your mat. Your blocks, your straps are nearby, and find mountain pose. And notice maybe already, right, this kind of circular move back of the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Interlace your thumbs or hook your thumbs. Pull the shoulders up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back down, and then bend the knees as your hands come to the floor. Bend both knees and step back, right foot. Lower your right knee to the floor. Grab your blocks, maybe on medium height, and then press the chest up. Again, back leg active, back foot active. From here, inhale, bring the arms close to your body as you reach them up. Interlace the thumbs and squeeze them apart from each other. Breathe. And then release it. Take those hands back behind you. Interlace again and pull back. Don't lift the chin, just the chest. Breathe. Good. Release. Take them up. Exhale your hands to the blocks. Listen up. Lift your right knee off the floor. Big tone to your belly. Find that pose. Good. If you can, your left hand stays on your block. Your right arm reaches forward, brings it in toward your chest, and then back behind. Bring that hand back toward your shoulder. Push it forward. One more here. Reach and pull it back. Yeah, good. Release those hands back to your blocks carefully, especially if your blocks are on medium. I just want you to transition left leg back, right leg forward. There you go. Find your good alignment. Lower your left knee to the floor. Release your toes. Squeeze your belly. Find your first pose here. And as you're ready, release your hands from the blocks. Take the arms up. Interlace or hook those thumbs and stretch. Open it up. Ears or arms are hugging your ears. And release those thumbs. Press them back behind you. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale your hands to your blocks. Keep your right hand on your block. Your right foot is forward. Reach your left arm forward. And then bend the elbows. You reach as if you're just going to brush your side body and stretch it back. Good. Reach it forward. Reach it back. Good. Reach it forward. Take it up. Find your breath. Exhale both hands to your blocks. Once again, make sure you're steady and sturdy. Lift your left knee, squeeze your left glute, step back, plank pose on blocks. Be super steady on these blocks. Step forward, left leg. Your choice here, your knee is down or your knee is up, right? Bringing that to a high lunge makes it a bit more tricky. So it's up to you. When you're ready, release your hands from your blocks. Take both arms up. Breathe. External rotation of those shoulders, right? We were there before. Find your breath. As you bring your elbows to your side body, lean forward and push the arms straight back. And then bring those hands back to shoulders, lift up. Exhale, squeeze them in and back. Good. And there, we got one more, everyone. Squeeze them in, press them back, and then squeeze them in. Woo, and lift up. Lower your hands to your blocks. Last side, carefully step back to plank. Breathe. Step forward, right leg. Make sure your stance is wide enough that you've got a solid base. And knee up, knee down, right? There's a good option. Lift up and reach up. Breathe. Find your stability. Imagine squeezing your left inner thigh toward middle. I should look at the computer. Breathe. Here we go. Squeeze them in. Pull them back. Squeeze them in. Lift your chest. Exhale and push. Inhale and lift. Last one. Squeeze and back. Squeeze and up. Good job, everybody. Release your hands to your blocks. Carefully step back to plank. Lower your knees. Maybe leave your hands on your blocks and come back to child's pose. With your hands on your blocks, your shoulders are lifted. You can drop your head if you want to stretch the backs of your necks. Breathe. Good. And come on up. Take both of your blocks to the front of your mat and just place them side by side on the lowest setting. So they're side by side, they're one end of the blocks are touching. And then you're going to come down to your elbows. Actually, let's start on forearms, but to the elbow side of the forearms. And you can even interlace the hands softly. And then walk your knees back and drop your chest toward the floor. Either your forehead's going to come to the floor, your shoulders are open, or your forehead's going to come to your blocks just barely, right? So that the head is more neutral. So see what feels good for you. Find your breath. Breathe. Maybe you wiggle your hips a little side to side. There should be no pain in the shoulders here. If your head is down on the floor, lift your head and then bend your elbows so your fingers are pointing straight up, and bring the palms together and then drop the chest again. Yep. Big deep breath. If you feel yucky sensation, come out until there's no yucky sensation. This can be pretty deep, pretty quick. Good. Release. Last one here. Place both hands on your blocks, palms on the blocks. Walk your knees back so far that your arms straighten and your head just is in between the arms. Big stretch here. Breathe. And push into your blocks. Walk your knees back up. I know, right? Set those blocks aside. Plant your hands, table pose. Squeeze the tips of the fingers down just a little bit. Suction cup those hands. Check your wrists. In the elbows, the inner elbows, kind of reach forward toward the direction of your thumbs. The upper arms externally rotate. Find that. Tone your belly. Flip your toes under. Just hold right here. Pretend you're squeezing a block between your legs. So feel the legs get active. Press into your feet. Lift your knees an inch or two. And then notice the arms, right? We're holding onto the beach ball. The head is neutral. We're squeezing in. We're pressing in. We're lifting out. And then the hips head toward the heels. Here we are again. We already did this in class. Press through the fingers, external rotation, broad and wide collarbones. Straighten the legs to your downward facing dog. Good. Just breathe here. Your ears are pretty much between your arms. Don't scrunch the shoulders up toward your ears. Keep those collarbones nice and wide, and yet the upper arms are actively externally rotating. Hang in there, I know. Breathe. And then walk your hands on purpose all the way back. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your knees and come on up. Woo, shake out the wrists. Good, just breathe. Have your strap, just have it in your hands for now. You can put either hand, it doesn't matter. So from the front of your mat, I want you to take your hands to your hips, bend your knees, peel your right heel off the mat, and then squeeze the belly, by the way, right? This is core movement. That's where you're moving from. Step back with your right leg. And then turn your back foot, your back heel in a little bit. So warrior one, not warrior two. Warrior one, the hips are mostly forward, not sideways. So your front knee is in nice alignment. Your back toes are more forward than sideways so that the hips can move forward, the ribs can move forward, the shoulders can move forward. Good. You're going to take the strap behind you. Make sure you don't get tripped up on your strap's tail. And you're going to put it back around those wrists. And then you're going to draw the shoulders back. Don't over squeeze. Someone's given a little pull to the fingers toward the floor. Front knee is bent. Now, isometrically, kind of squeeze the legs toward each other and breathe. And as you inhale, lift the chest, not the chin. Breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale. One more here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, release. Good. And then take your chest forward. Push against your strap. Drop your chest any amount toward your thigh. Yep, this is humble warrior. We don't do this one much. Woo! If you feel unsteady, the hands come down. And then imagine someone is pulling on your fingers, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. The chest rises up, the head rises up. Whew. Good. From here, watch your tail of your strap and step forward. Release the strap, shake it out. Humble warrior. Good. Let's go to the other side. The strap comes behind you again. You're in a solid mountain pose. You're already lifted, right? So that part's easy. And then you're just going to bend the knees, peel your left heel off, step back. Don't worry about how far you step. And then adjust your pose, drop your back heel inward to find that warrior one stance. Tone the belly. Shoulders are already pressing back. Start to move the hands back a little bit and then inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, the fingertips drop. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, the fingers get heavy. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. And then press against your strap. As you lean forward, the chest heads toward your thighs. Keep your belly active, keep your legs active, the arms lift or don't lift. Breathe. Good. To come out, you've got to move through your core. Squeeze your belly, pull that strap back behind you, lift your chest, and step forward. Release your strap, everybody, and set it on the floor. And all I want you to do is give yourself a hug. Right? Counter pose. In yin yoga, they do a pose and then they do a counter pose to release what you've just stretched. So here's your counter pose. Now notice which elbow is on top and switch elbows. Good. Breathe and shake it out. So we're going to do humble warrior one more time, this time without a strap, unless clasping the hands together isn't good for your shoulders. So you're back to the front of your mat. Your hands are on your hips. You're moving from your core. Bend your knees. Peel your right foot off. Get a nice step back. Find that high lunge. And then drop your back heel inwardly to find your warrior pose. Big tone to the belly here. As you release, I want you to inhale, reach the arms up, hook your thumbs, and just stretch those arms isometrically away from each other. Belly is toned. As you let go, you're going to release the hands, bring those elbows close to your body, stretch them back, interlace the hands, press the shoulders back, reach the arms up as you drop the chest. Here we are. Humble warrior, right? Gaze at your foot. Notice, right? The wiggle and the wobble. It's all okay. Press through your hands. Start to peel your head up, your neck up, your chest up. Push all the way back up. Release the hands again. Maybe interlace the fingers this time. Index finger points up. The arms hug the ears, and you lift your chest. Warrior one. Big deep breath. Release those hands to your heart. Push off your back leg and step forward. Shake it out. Really shake it out. I know it's a lot of work for here. So once again, always, always be gentle. All right, hands to hips. Tone your belly. Shoulders are wide. Bend the knees. Peel your left heel. Step back. Find your high lunge and then drop your back heel to the inside. The shoulders square to the front, the ribs, the hips for more or less for you, right? Square to the front. Inhale, reach up. Hook your thumbs. Probably you hooked them the same time, same way every time. So hook them the other way. Pull the thumbs apart. Soften the shoulder blades down so the shoulders stay wide. Big deep breath. Release your hands. Slide those elbows next to you. Reach the arms back behind. By the way, you can stay here or interlace those fingers. Squeeze the arms toward each other. Drop the chest. Drop the head. Reach the arms any amount that they will. Feel the front shoulders move away from your floor. That's it. Breathe. Try to pull your legs away from each other. See how that works to stabilize. And as you're ready, you're going to start to peel the head, the neck, the chest. You're going to lift up, reach the arms back up, interlace the hands, the index finger reaches up. You hug your ears. You move the chest toward the ceiling, not your chin. Breathe. Release those hands to your heart. Push those hands in and step forward. Well done, I hope. Shake it out. Squeeze your wrists. Hug yourself. Wrap those arms around. And just say to yourself, I am awesome. I am so awesome. Breathe. Switch elbows. Relax your head, your neck. I know this can be a lot of work for the upper traps. And release the hands. Take your feet wider than your normal. Bend your knees and come to a forward fold. Let the head hang. Don't lift your chin. If you're, by the way, always tone the belly here, right? So if you're okay here forward fold wise, I want you to just press the knees away from each other. So you just got a little bit wider through the sit bones. And then hand to opposite elbow and just hang forward like a rag doll. Bend the knees as much as you need to stay out of your lower back. Try to relax. You're not pulling on the arms. You're just letting gravity take you closer to the floor. Keep the knees pressing away from each other just to keep the legs active. Big deep breath. That's it. One more here. Release your hands to the floor. Lift your head, bend your knees, hands to come to your knees and lift all the way up. right? And hopefully that softened those up a little bit. Good. Let's come right to the front of your mat. Actually, let's stop in mountain pose for a minute. You can still be at the front of your mat. I want you to inhale your arms up and then interlace the hands and take them down to the base of your neck. So everything but your thumbs. And then take your thumbs down the sides of your neck. And then imagine as you lift up with your head, you're drawing down with your thumbs. So just creating space. And then press the elbows away from each other. Try not to lift the chin, but just press the head back into the hands and then up away from your neck. So you're really creating some traction here. Take your feet wide. Be mindful here. Squeeze your belly. Keep the traction on your neck. And then bend the knees, come forward, and keep drawing traction on your neck. Elbows are out to the sides. Breathe. Bend your knees a bunch. Lift head, lift chest. Come on up and release. Pause here for a moment. Just get your equilibrium and then step your feet back together. If you're not already at the front of your mat, come on to the front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, step back, right leg. Drop your back leg to the side, position all the way to the side. So warrior two, left hand to left knee, push off your knee, lift up, take that top arm all the way back to your thigh, lift your right or your left arm up and overhead. External rotation of that arm. So maybe the pinky thumb reaches up a little bit. Big deep breath. Take it forward. Drop your forearm to your thigh. Slide that right arm over your ear. External rotation. So you're just turning that arm around. Big deep breath. You got this, everybody. Good. From here, I want you to pull away from that thigh a little bit. Release your left arm. Fire up both arms. Whew, and up. Release. Just simply turn your left foot or the foot that's forward to the side and turn your right foot forward. Bend your front knee. Here we are again, warrior one stance. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale your back hand down your thigh, your top arm up. A little bit of external rotation of that arm, a little bit different stance here. And then reach both arms like a windmill, right? Arm to thigh, top arm over your ears if you were hugging that ear, and then turn that arm to external rotation. Find your breath, and then start to come off the pose. Release the right arm. Find both arms reaching. Take the torso up. Release your hands. Turn your toes all facing the same direction. Last wide leg forward fold right here. Just breathe. Knees are as soft as they need to be. Take your hands to your back pockets, as if you were digging into those pockets to find a $20 bill that you left there. And then reach the shoulders away from the floor. Squeeze your belly, bend your knees a bunch, pull down into the back pockets to lift up. And then step forward. You're back at the front of your mat. And inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Step back to downward facing dog, all the way back. Simply bend your knees to the floor. Claw your fingers in, externally rotate those shoulders, broaden through the collarbones, right back to down dog. Notice the difference here, hopefully, with that upper body fully engaged, fingers clawing in, pressing through the palms. Find your breath, come to plank. Same thing, grab the beach ball, broaden the shoulders, feel the shoulder blades engage. looking toward the front of your mat. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your legs, lower your knees, and come all the way down to your belly. See, I was even nice there. I could have made you do chaturanga. Bend your knees, everybody. Just windshield wiper for your legs. Feel your breath. Know that you are alive, you're moving, you're trying, you are doing your best today. Good. Release your legs. Come into Sphinx pose. Actually, grab your strap. Grab your strap. Sorry about that. I want you to take that loop of your strap through your arms and just above, just to the shoulder side of your elbows. Okay. Now you'll know pretty quick if that's too tight. Mine is a little too narrow, so I'm going to widen my strap a little bit. Should be roughly shoulders width apart or slightly less. So notice here in your Sphinx pose, if you press against the strap a little bit, you're also pressing down into the pubic bone, toning the belly in, making your lower back nice and long. So feel the fingers again, press through the wrists, lift your chest, and just feel that. Should feel kind of good. From here, I want you to flip your toes under and just lift your knees off the floor. When you do that, you should feel your legs get active. You should feel your glutes get active. You're pressing against the strap. When you're ready, if you're ready, from here, activate those legs, squeeze the hips, lift your hips, plank on elbows, right? We played with this on Sunday. Keep the shoulders wide. Press into your hands, your wrists. Breathe, tone your belly. Look toward the front of your mat. Lower your knees, lower your hips. Shrink your shoulders so that they shrug up toward your ears. Just one more here. So here we are. Press in, press against. Flip your toes under, activate your legs before you ever lift. Squeeze your belly, lift your hips. This is optional. You can always put the knees down, by the way. Woo, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Good, take that strap out. Lower all the way down, just bend your knees, chill out here. We're getting there, we're getting there. Here we go. Lower your legs. Back to Sphinx. Press into your hands this time. There's no strap. 1, you're just going to hang out here. That's enough for you. 2, press in, flip your toes under, lift your knees. Getting ready for plank, elbow plank to dolphin pose. We played with this on Sunday, coming into it a different way. Just want you to try to scrub those elbows away from each other. When you're ready, lift to elbow plank. 1, stay here or come out. 2, start to lift your hips as you walk your feet in. Adjust your elbows if your shoulders are feeling scrunchy. Squeeze into your fingertips. Breathe. Find that. Stay lifted. Big shoulder work here, everybody. And then walk your feet back out until you're in plank. Lower your knees and fully release. Holy moly. Shoulder work's tough, and it's partly tough because we don't use the shoulders a lot, especially as we get older, right? All right. Grab your strap, roll over to one side. Just pause here for a second. And then I want you to press up just enough that you can take your strap and you're going to put it around your wrist, but we're going to be laying on our backs. So just take the around your forearms, your wrist. Check your buckle. Make sure the buckle isn't going to be on your back. So this is one of those occasions where maybe that buckle is resting or right on or around the arms. And then lay back down and breathe. Your arms might feel a little narrow as long as they don't feel yucky. It's okay. If it does feel yucky, then come back up and widen your strap so your hands aren't so close together. And then feel your shoulders press down to the floor. Back of the neck is long. Press into your feet. Your palms are face down. And I want you to lift your hips into bridge pose. At the same time, you're pulling against the strap gently so that the arms feel like they're going wider, and then start to turn the palms up. So here we are back to external rotation in bridge pose. And maybe you notice that your chest can lift a little bit higher. Optionally, walk the feet closer to the hips a little, lift up a little higher, find your breath, breathe. You got it. Release your strap from here. Bend your elbows, fingers point up, chest lifts, press into your feet. And then final one here, let the hands drop down. Grab the sides of your yoga mat. Pull the yoga mat apart. Yep, chest lifts just a little more. Whew, release. And then lengthen your tailbone as you drop your hips all the way to the floor. Once you're there, bring your knees to your chest. Wide open, right? Big hearts, big open hearts as we work through the chest. Good. Take your elbows out to your sides at the level of your shoulders and bring them into cactus position or cactus pose. Your knees come up toward your chest. Slowly lower one knee and then the other knee toward the floor, coming into a twist. Gently press both shoulders to the floor. Relax your fingers, don't squeeze them out. Find your breath. That's it. And then straighten your knees are to the left. So straighten your left arm straight out in front of you. Right out from your shoulder. It's on the floor. And then take your right arm up to the ceiling. Good. As you exhale, I want you to bring one hand closer to the other hand. Your right hand will probably sail right past your left hand. And then inhale it up and exhale, open it up. Good. Two more here, slow. Reach it up. Big stretch. Find that. And then reach it back up. Open it out to the side. Last one. Reach up. Stretch it across. Reach it up. Bend your elbow open. And then bend your left arm back to cactus. Lift one knee and then the other knee. Let your feet come to the floor. Just square the hips if they got out of alignment in any way. Bring your knees back to your chest. Lower one and then the other knee to the floor to the right. Pause here, just an easy twist, everyone. And breathe. Good. Straighten your right arm out to the side. When you're ready, take the left arm up toward the ceiling. Bring it all the way across. Let it stretch. Roll with it. And then lift it up and open it out to the side. Two more, nice and slow. Inhaling, stretching it across. And then inhaling it up and spreading it out wide. Last one. Inhale up. Open it wide. Pause. Bring both arms back to cactus, both shoulders to the floor. One knee center, other knee center. Release those feet to the floor. Let both arms go overhead. Palms are face up. Comfortable, comfortable. Elbows are bent. Just relax. Breathe. And then lower the arms from overhead. And I want you to come into that hug one more time. The elbows cross each other. You're holding on to opposite shoulders. The elbows are soft to your chest. Back of the neck is long. Maybe turn the head one way and then the other. Good. Turn one way and the other. Let the head come back to neutral. Switch your elbows so the other one is on top. And just turn the head one direction and other. Last one here. Turn and turn. And then bring your head to center. Release your hands. Take your fingertips to the base of your skull and just rub the base of your skull right at the center on either side of your little knobbly little vertebra, right? Right on either side of your spine. And just feel that and maybe work your way around the base of your skull back to the center. Make sure you're staying on either side of your spine, down to those tight attachments. That's where the upper trapezius attaches. You can feel how tight those babies get. And work down your neck. Grab your shoulders and squeeze. And then let go. Whew. Hands down to your sides, legs down to either side of your mat, and let's find Shavasana. And maybe in Shavasana, you feel how open your shoulders and chest are as those arms naturally fall and externally rotate. And start to let your breath carry you through your Shavasana. Maybe a soft Dirga pranayama, maybe a soft 3-part breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. Maybe one more here of that little focused breath. And then let your breath soften your jaw, your face, your belly. As your thoughts wander to other things, just allow yourself to come back to where your body is, where you are, back to your breath. Notice your breath. Soften it even more. Let yourself be a part of and not separate from everything else that is happening around you. Let the lines be fluid. Soften even more. See if you can stay just for another few breaths. And if you would like to stay in your Shavasana much longer, please do so. This is such a beautiful part of class. And I know we shorten it here in this format. So stay if you would like. And if not, maybe start to wiggle toes and fingers and so gently bring the knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. Give yourself a big hug. And then allow the knees to roll to one side or the other, curling all the way over to fetal pose. And then as you're ready, press all the way back up, coming to your favorite seated pose.